KUMA! I'm never gonna get tired of saying it. Now I gotta remember how to play this. Apparently I've unlocked something called subscriber streaming. Cool.
Danganronpa.
No idea what it is. But hey, it's a thing. It is a pretty cool thing. I got my NCIS. That's right. He's gonna do something crazy to me. I'm be ruined. Jeez.
Who are you?
She's not a Lolita.
Stop
She
it!
doesn't have nearly enough frills and lace. I gotta drag Hiyoko to the trial. She doesn't want to face the fact that her friend is dead.
Carrot!
Make you Monokuma, you're not allowed to do that.
Unbelievable.
Oh, shut up. A problem to deal with besides this one, and that is Celeste was a Lolita in the previous game. Yeah. Where the heck is Fuyuhiko? Oh my gosh. He's a Yakuza. You really think he's gonna play by your rules? Ibuki's out again. Oh my gosh. I've gotta have that version of Monokuma for the thumbnail for this video. I'm for run anyway, so no matter the ending, I have to accept it, right? I think T went down the wrong tube. So, called it! 60 feet's not an option. Trial heats up, it's all good.
Anyway.
Calm down, SWOL Bear.
See ya
Daddy
later.
Monokuma. Whoa. Essentially, this killing game is just to kill time anyway. To break away from my purpose. That alone is my purpose.
Like.
A purpose is only gonna be a weakness. Those who have purpose are always the weakest ones in the bunch. What? That's why you guys should forget about such cheap-ass purposes like trying to survive. And enjoy the class trial from the bottom of your hearts! Moving without friend. Yes, it does. I fully agree with that. Photo waifu is gone! Good, taking care of people. Yeah? My hair's too short to go flop. Person that killed her is one of y'all. Well, at least I still have nurse waifu. And I have video game waifu. Pekka's kind of... She's interesting, I'll give her that. Nah, Hiyoko's a child. No. Ew. Then again, all of these guys are wait, high schoolers, technically? Ugh. Yes, I would like to save. I have 17 out of 33. Okay. Wow, I do not have a lot of skills. Alright, let's take a look at our truth bullets. "3 p.m. is when she died. Single blow to the head with a blunt instrument being a bat. Single blow means the person had to be strong. Or at least they had to be able to generate that much force. She didn't crawl through it. Again, because if she did, her legs would have been covered in blood. Her body was moved. In addition, because single blow, she'd be dead on impact. Okay, footprints are Hiyoko's, but they're only leading out. Okay, yeah. That was murder weapon. Those had to be used to... Damn it, Pekko's the killer, isn't she? Because she was the only one that walked in soaking wet. That's to throw us off and make us think Sonya did it, because she's obsessed with serial killers. That's to make us think Hiyoko did it. But that isn't one of the gummies from the package that she eats. Shower room is busted, which is the reason the killer had to use the water bottles to wash off. Question is, how did the killer get up to the window? These are photographs of what happened during that game. Why was the base broken? Yeah, that yellow gummy wasn't part of any of those. The killer used this to draw out Mahiru. McCon confirmed that she died instantly. So yeah, again, she had to be, her body was dragged and used to close that door off. Okay, I got my case. Rockahula. Why am I getting a thing from a wine company?
Let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial.
Okay.
During the class trial, you will present your
Chabuya.
arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it.
Well, I hope you stayed hydrated,
If you vote
Dabomba.
correctly, then only the blackened will receive
Dabomba
punishment.
8.
But if you pick
Because
the wrong
there's now a
person,
Dabomba 7, or 37.
I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person
person
will
will
earn the right to leave this island.
Oh, no matter how many times I hear it, it's such a cruel rule.
Well, you gotta...
Morgan,
There's
let's
gotta be a
first discuss
punishment
the
for
motive.
something to
That
be wrong.
Masterpiece of gaming, Twilight Syndrome murder case.
Revenge.
What? Who cares about that game?
Because it is the motive.
The outcome of this trial should be determined by whether or not we find Mahiru's killer.
It's the motive, you dingus!
Nevertheless, we shouldn't ignore it. After all, that game is the motive this time.
Yeah, you're right. Then let's try discussing that first.
Saying hi,
I'm
making
sure
sure I have
everyone who's beaten the
Good,
game
good,
already
good,
knows
good.
that it's
Make
based
sure
on
you
an
take good
actual
care of
murder
yourself.
case.
Some of us have not beaten that game. Give us a detailed explanation.
It means Twilight Syndrome Murder Case is a non-fiction game.
because it's based off actual
Additionally,
events.
Some of us are characters in that game too.
Mikan, Ibuki,
Some of us are
Fuyuhiko.
characters in a video game?
So, I think it's better if we
Yes,
clarify who the
Nekomaru.
characters in the game are first.
It was Ibuki, Mahiru, Hiyoko, Mikan, another girl, and Fuyuhiko. Yeah, Mikan. There were 2 girls. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. It's Mikan.
I see.
Girl A is probably Mikan Tsumiki. That timid tone. That definitely sounds like Girl A.
Yep.
Based on the list of names in the staff roll, I can't think of anyone else who would be Girl A.
Why am I in a video game? That's an infringement of my right to privacy.
Google doesn't care!
A nasty, trashy pig shit like you doesn't have any privacy rights.
You sure about that?
Ah, a nasty, trashy pig shit. I feel like I heard that in the game too.
Chiaki! I think that was Girl B.
I see.
Girl B was short and foul-mouthed. She's probably Hiyoko.
Foul-mouthed? That's like the complete opposite of me.
That's dead on, shorty.
Anyway, let's move on. Next is Girl C.
Ibuki? Ibuki.
I see.
Girl C is Ibuki.
Girl, see?
Yuckus.
Then I'll see you next Tuesday.
Oh, brother.
Let's move on to Girl D.
That was Mahiru.
I see.
Girl D is my hero. The victim in this case.
Yeah, that's correct. Let's skip Girl E and talk about Guy F.
It's Fuyuhiko.
I see.
Aren't you Guy F, Fuyuhiko?
I was in a game? That's fucking stupid.
You played it.
That reminds me. Wasn't there another person whose last name was also Kuzuryu?
His
Another
sister.
person? It was one of the names on the staff roll. The names were Sumiki, Koizumi, Sayonji, Miyoda, Sato, Kuzuryu, and then another Kuzuryu.
Hold on. Why do you keep saying there were 2 Kuzuryus?
They're talking about his sister who's
It's
dead.
not like I'm wrong. That's how it's written on the staff roll. Since you beat the game, you probably
C
know
word.
what this actually means, right?
I don't think so. I didn't catch it. Fuyuhiko has mentioned that he had a sister before. Come on. Oh, fuck. I think it was a little sister?
I can prove it with this.
I couldn't remember if it was little or
In the
older.
game, Guy F, Kuzuryu, mentions that he has a little sister.
Okay, there we go. I couldn't remember if it was older or little.
What do you mean, little sister?
This is what Guy F said in the game.
I know, right? It's meta.
It's pretty clear. There's no doubt that Guy F had a little sister.
And said little sister is the one
Plus,
that's dead.
The sister actually appeared in the game. That's why the name Kuzuryu appeared twice.
Yep.
By the way, what role did Guy F's little sister, the other Kuzuryu, play?
The
You
dead
probably
girl.
noticed, right?
Fuyuhiko played the game.
I see.
The dead high school girl who was the first victim in the
Let's
game
get this rolling.
is the only person I can think of.
Which means Fuyuhiko's sister is dead.
Based on Guy F's tone in the game, it's clear that Girl E is not his little sister.
Yeah.
So if the only person left is the dead high school girl, then she must be Fuyuhiko's sister.
Why are there balls everywhere?
Why do you
Are they
sound
supposed
so
to be
fucking
coconut?
happy? That's a winning personality you've got there.
Winning personality? Are you praising me?
I
Shut
was
up.
being sarcastic, dumbass.
Thank you, Fuyuhiko.
You said the game is a work of non-fiction. That means Fuyuhiko's little sister is...
Dead.
Yeah, I have a little sister.
Had.
Something wrong with that? It's just a fucking game. Don't go mixing up some video game with reality.
Dude.
It's not just a game. It's definitely based on true events. That's why it's the motive.
Don't go making shit up, bastard!
Dude, your
If she's the
sister's
type to
dead.
die easily, I'd have fucking killed her myself a long time ago.
She apparently didn't die easy.
I mean, when I first entered Hope's Peak Academy, she was mouthing off to me as usual and sent me off. It happened just the other day.
About that, you're probably thinking like that because you've lost your memories.
Shut the fuck up! You be quiet!
He can't accept the
I
fact that his
see.
sister's dead.
So you're
I wouldn't
never
want to
gonna
either.
accept that that game is based on true events, huh? Okay, I understand your attitude toward this class trial now.
Nagito, you seem to be doubting Fuyuhiko a lot. Do you suspect he's the killer?
A mystery that easy would make me feel sad. It wouldn't be good enough to serve as everyone's stepping
Shut
stone.
the fuck up about the stepping stone crap.
That's why. I'd be much happier if Fuyuhiko wasn't the killer.
He's not strong enough to be the
Okay,
killer.
You're starting to act weird again.
Anyway, now we've established who all the characters in the game are.
Based on true events. Ooh, spooky,
Girl A
scary.
is Mikan. Girl B is Hiyoko.
Yes.
Girl C is Ibuki. Girl D is Mahiru.
Yeah.
Guy F is Fuyuhiko. And the first victim in the game, that dead high school girl, is Fuyuhiko's little sister.
Yeah.
It's just a story in a fucking game.
Dude.
If
Accept
so,
it.
then Girl E is Miss Sato.
Could it be the same Miss Sato who likes white rice?
What?
I don't know what Sato you're talking about, but I don't think she's relevant to this case.
Chiaki, you're a Persian video game waifu.
Since they're both really plain names.
What? Evil Knievel couldn't have made that
May be
leap!
an ordinary family name, but it's far better than Sato or Suzuki.
Hey, no one cares about that. Hurry up and talk about the mystery of the game.
Huh? What do you mean, mystery of the game?
Who murdered the high school
My,
girl?
you don't know. I heard that Girl E got killed.
What? No way! Is that true?
Getting killed is so violent, don't you know?
My, such awful times we live in. Why did this happen?
You guys are definitely friends.
So the mystery of the game is the murder of Girl E, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Then let's hurry up and solve it. Let's first figure out why Girl E was killed.
She killed the sister.
I see.
The reason Girl E was killed is because she killed the first victim in the game.
Because the
Which
Fuyuhiko
means
sister.
Girl E was killed as revenge for the dead high school girl.
Yeah. The dead
What do
high
you
school
think,
girl was
Fuyuhiko?
killed because she was picking on
Apparently,
Mahiru.
Girlie was killed to avenge your little sister.
You're fucking persistent. I don't care what that game said at all. But
But shut up!
is that true? Girl E, she killed the first victim?
In order to make that clear, we need to know more about the case involving the first victim's murder.
It's the murder that occurred in the music room. I knew it would come up, so I prepared in advance. Look,
Oh wow!
I made a map of the music room's surroundings, which was the stage of the first case.
I'm surprised you went to all this trouble.
Mapping is second nature to retro game fans. Classic dungeon crawler RPGs have a first-person point of view, so mapping as you play is a basic.
Skill. Thank you,
We get
Chiaki.
it! Let's talk about that later so we can focus on the
Screw
case.
you, need I?
Then, I'll start explaining. Girl A, Girl B, Girl C, and Girl D were at the entrance hall when they heard the sound of glass breaking. Immediately, they climbed the stairs to the second floor and headed to where they heard that sound.
I just realized it's a knife and fork over Taro.
Girl E was in front of the music room on the second floor, and she confirmed that the sound came from in there. But the door to the music room was locked. So Girl D went to get the key from the office, and when the 5 of them were finally able to go inside,
I know how it happened.
they found the victim's body, dead from a blow to the head. Because the music room's window was broken, the girls thought the killer escaped through there. The sound of breaking glass that they heard at the entrance hall seemed to confirm that.
The glass breaking was the broken vase.
Plus, Girl E's school swimsuit
Chuckled
was
when I first
stolen,
saw it.
so they concluded that the escaped killer was some pervert. How does that sound?
There's a reason Girl E's swimsuit is
Yep,
missing.
an understandable explanation. Just as expected from the ultimate gamer who excels at clearing games.
So does a completionist.
Wasn't a pervert, right? Wasn't the real killer Girl E?
Yeah.
Obviously. Girlie was waiting outside the music room for the other girls after she killed the first victim.
Technically, yes.
Did she lock the music room from the outside? Then she would have totally needed the key from the office.
She could have had the key
Which
on her.
means Girlie was hiding that key. We can assume she used it to lock the music room after she left it.
She went, put it back in the
Girl
office.
D was the one who went to the office to get the key to the music
Came
room,
back,
right?
broke the vase. Because she knew those girls
By
were
the
there.
way, since it was never mentioned in the game, we can exclude the possibility of there being a spare key.
I would
You
have
can
been
lock the music room from the inside, right? So from there, Girlie broke the window and escaped,
2-story drop.
and sprinted to the front of the music room as fast as she could before the others arrived.
She would have passed by the others.
She would have passed by the entrance hall where the other girls were waiting if she tried to do that.
Thank you, Chiaki.
Then, forget this.
It's not cute to see an old guy sulk.
Hey,
Probably the
is
same
Girl
age as
E really the killer? We haven't reached an answer yet.
Yes. She locked it, put the key back, and then broke the vase in the room next to it.
You need to go through the entrance hall.
That's correct.
Plus, at the entrance hall, the other 4 girls should have
Correct.
been there.
At the entrance hall, the girls heard the sound of the window shattering.
No, that's wrong.
There's a broken vase.
First of all, the sound the girls heard wasn't the window breaking.
It was a broken vase.
If it wasn't the window, then what broke to make that sound?
A vase.
Vase? How low can you go?
After the murder, a broken vase was discovered in the classroom next to the music room.
Vase. Close enough.
So the sound of breaking glass that the four girls heard wasn't the music room's window.
But because it was on the same floor, they couldn't tell the difference.
It was the sound of the vase breaking. Probably.
Actually, the murder was nearly finished by the time the four girls met in the entrance hall.
Yep. Girlie had plenty of
Girl
time.
E killed the victim in the music room, broke the window, and went to the office to get the key.
Why did she break the window? She
With
broke
that
the
key,
window to get rid of the murder
she
weapon.
locked the music room from the hallway, returned the key
That's
to
my
the
guess.
office, and went back to wait in front of the music room. All she had to do was break the vase in the next door classroom as the four girls met by the entrance hall.
But she could wait in the
To
stairwell
make
and
them
do
think
that.
the murder had just occurred and that the killer had just escaped.
Yep.
So, when the four of them ran over after they heard the sound, Girl E acted like she had just rushed over too.
I see. Now the mystery has been solved.
Not
Wait a
quite.
minute. The mystery hasn't been solved yet. You haven't determined what the murder weapon was yet.
We know how she got rid of the murder weapon. She chucked it out the window.
Who cares
Question is,
about the
what
murder
is the murder
weapon?
weapon?
We found out who the killer was.
Not cool. I went to all the trouble of making this death march, so you gotta stick with it to the end.
What the heck? You're so annoying!
Fine, let's figure out the weapon. If this keeps up, I'm gonna feel like I need to shit. Which means I'll feel disgusting.
You're the disgusting one.
I hate to agree with Hiyoko, but
The weapon is pretty unconventional. The answer was revealed in the game, though. Now then, will you guys be able to figure it out?
it has to do with something with the swimsuit. No, duh. You're the protagonist! I have no idea. Was I out of line just now? No. Something I need to tell you regarding the white noise and the non-stop debates. Some lines of white noise are actually very durable. You won't always destroy them in one shot. Okay. Durable white noise will chip away every time you shoot them with the silencer. Okay. Unless you completely destroy them, your time limit will not be replenished. Okay. Difficulty set to gentle, white noise won't appear. You get the gist, right? Yeah. Do I have it set to gentle? Obtain some very useful information. Gun something? Gundam. That can increase the power of the silencer. Okay. So Gundam has a skill. It's Gundam! I need to go spend hope fragments. Does something to do with the... Okay, there we go. The swimsuit. Okay, so it's the swimsuit with the gravel. I bet you that's it. That's pretty smart.
A weapon inside the music room, huh?
Sorry,
What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Then she attacked her with the fish tank.
Okay, I got
That's
2
too
more
big
seconds.
to be a weapon.
Then the
Jeez.
piano.
That's even bigger.
Why are you going even bigger?
Because he's an idiot.
The investigation conducts universal chaos.
It's on that big a scale, too?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
Found it!
Agree with that.
Okay. So I was right on that then. I just needed the right bullet.
I got it. The killer must have used gravel to attack the victim.
My goodness. I got it right. And I was just throwing things out there. Just as I thought! I'm chosen by the gods!
Chosen at all. And gravel is impossible. It's too small to be a weapon.
Not if you use a
What
lot
if
of
the
it.
gravel was put inside some sort of bag?
A bag? What kind of bag?
If the weapon
Swimsuit.
is something that appeared in the game, then so is the bag. And the only thing I can think of is the school swimsuit. If you tie the swimsuit like a bag and stuff it full of gravel, it'd make an effective weapon.
Bludgeon. Then after she
Gravel
hit her.
inside the swimsuit? Even the ace attorney would be astonished by such a fantastic idea!
But for the killer, it's an idea that kills two birds with one stone.
It allows her to frame
To make people
someone
think
as a
the killer
pervert.
is some pervert, it makes sense for a school swimsuit to be stolen. And if that swimsuit was used to make an improvised weapon, it'd have to be disposed of later.
Yep. You just chucked it out the
How
window.
about it, Monokuma? Are you satisfied now?
This happiness you feel when the mystery you create is solved. Only producers know this feeling of ecstasy.
But the real important talk begins now.
Now we
Girl
finally
E
get back
had
to the
someone
damn
who can be
case.
called an accomplice. That person was actually Girl D.
Girl D. You're talking about Mahiru, right?
Correct, Akane.
Huh? Mahiru is the accomplice? What is this? What does that mean?
The piece of face that became an important clue in the music room murder. Girl D got rid of it.
And apparently the reason Girl E committed murder in the first place was to protect Girl D. Girl D was being harassed by the victim. Girl E found out and tried to stop it, and they ended up getting into an argument.
And she felt a rush of anger and ended up killing her.
But she should have had a clear murderous intent. I mean, she choked her out and then bludgeoned her to death.
She probably made her unconscious by accident. And from there, she couldn't go back. I somewhat understand that feeling.
You can? That's pretty scary.
Considering you're a
But
nurse.
Girl E was also killed by someone on the 4th day, or the game's last day. I might as well ask just in case. Who do you think killed Girl E?
Fuyuhiko.
I see!
It should have been Guy F.
A scenario where Guy F murders Girl E out of a burning, hellfire desire to avenge his murdered sister.
But Guy F is...
Fuyuhiko.
It's just a story in a video game, isn't it?
You're a Yakuza, it's not
That's
surprising.
all you can say. If that game is telling the truth, it'd be a huge problem for you.
Hey, clear this up for me. Those of you who appeared as characters in the game, do you remember this incident?
No.
That is... I'm terribly sorry, but...
They don't remember. That's obvious. Because their school memories were like totally stolen.
Even if I don't remember, I already know. It's obvious that guy is the killer. No one would kill a nice person like Mahiru besides a piece of shit menace to society like Fuyuhiko. Girl E and Mahiru were killed by that guy.
Okay, I know exactly what it is.
What are you saying, you four-eyed troll? Accusing me of killing Mahiru? You're so mean!
do you doubt Hyoko? Do you know where Hyoko was today?
You do.
She was at the beach house, the scene of the crime.
How do you know that?
But I didn't go to the beach house.
No,
Got
that's
it.
wrong.
Speaking of tea, I need to drink some more.
Wait a minute. You should have been at the beach house, Hyoko.
So close so far, I know, right?
You, I didn't.
Your
These
footprints are
in the sand
there!
in front of the beach house. Aren't they yours?
Which, by the way, is actually plausible forensic
Ugly
evidence.
footprints. They're probably Mikan's based on how ugly they are.
They are yours. You're the only one who has small enough
That
feet.
based on ugliness?
Huh. They're not Hyoko's footprints? That's strange. The footprint I collected from your room matches these footprints perfectly.
Collected? I never gave you permission to collect that, you nasty pedo!
Sweet tea with a splash of... Ooh,
Plus,
sounds
the
good.
footprints
I
left in the
drink
sand were
unsweet tea.
facing away from the beach house. Which means, when the owner of these footprints went inside the beach house, they used a different entrance.
Which the body was blocking when everyone else got there.
Entrance? Are you talking about the door facing the road that Mahiru's body was leaning against?
Yep.
Are you saying when that person went inside the beach house, the body hadn't appeared yet?
Correct.
The door was still accessible when they went in, and wasn't when they left.
Because Mahiru's body was against the door.
Something happened in between those two events. Isn't that right?
Apparently.
Ah, I remember now. I remember when I went to the beach house.
So you finally decided to confess.
I'm pretty sure you guys already know this, but going for walks in the morning is my daily routine.
What?
I've never heard of that daily routine before.
Second.
And that's when I went to the beach house. I went there on my morning walk.
I don't think so.
I see. If you went there during your morning walk, that doesn't have anything to do with the case at all.
You're too nice.
Don't believe her so easily, dumbass. She's obviously lying.
Ah!
Huh? It's a lie? People who call other people liars are usually liars themselves.
Look who's talking!
If you say I'm lying, prove it. Can you even prove that I'm lying?
The note. The forged note.
There's no way a bunch of worthless idiots like you guys would be able to do that.
Excuse you? Yes, I'm having a couple bits of trouble connecting all the evidence, but I can point it out. The letter of Mahiru.
I did go to the beach house. But only during my morning walk.
I don't think it'd be that
I
soon.
didn't go any other time.
So it's either that
Then you
or
didn't meet
walk.
up with Mahiru at the beach house?
Obviously not.
So it's the first thing.
Saying I met up with her when I never even saw her?
Oops.
Is this a panel of idiots? I did go to the beach house. But only during my morning walk. I didn't go any other time.
Then you didn't meet up with Mahiru at the beach house?
Obviously not. Saying I met up with her when I never even saw her?
So it's gotta be the first one. So it's the very first thing. Jeez, I am getting all kinds of health issues here. So, okay, so it's definitely the first one. Dude, Hajime, don't throw me off like that,
I did
man.
go to the beach house. But only during my morning walk.
No, that's wrong.
Okay, so it was the first thing.
Only during
By the way,
your
that's a
morning
metal
walk,
straw.
huh? Will you still claim that after you take a look at this letter?
person, couldn't find you, so I put this in your mailbox. About what we discussed earlier, is it okay if we change the place and time? Want you to come to the beach house on the second island at 2:30 p.m. Seems there's someone who wants to interfere with our meeting. Let's keep it a secret until then. Let's try not to see each other for a while. It would be bad if they started suspecting us for no reason.
That letter! It's the one Mahiro had, right?
I see. So Hiyoko was able to arrange a meeting with Mahiru by exchanging letters with her.
What is that letter? I'm serious, I don't know.
Oh, snap! I remember now. I totally saw you.
Huh?
You were running away.
Me and Hajime met up at the diner around 3 p.m. to go to the beach. I saw you about 30 minutes later, so it should have been around 3:30 p.m.
You were running away crying.
I see. So if she met Mahiru at 2:30 p.m., killed her, then ran away afterward, I think 3:30 p.m. is a reasonable time for you to have witnessed Hiyoko.
You're wrong! You're totally wrong!
Now that you mention it, you also passed by the diner, Fuyuhiko. So
Hiyoko saw the body.
Too, right?
He saw the body.
No, I didn't. It's just a coincidence that I passed by the diner. I wasn't even paying attention to the beach house. I went straight back to my cottage after I saw you guys. I didn't see anyone during that time.
Who is the third person to see the body?
Suspicious too.
It's the truth. Deal with it.
Because Soda was the third person to discover the
Be
body.
a waste of time to question him any further. Anyway, that letter in Kazuichi's testimony says it all. You were meeting up with Mahiru at the
So there's a
beach house.
killer and one other person.
Seriously? I don't know! I didn't even write that letter!
Hiyoko's not guilty because of the rule.
I'm telling the truth! I really don't know!
Is she really crying? Or is she faking it?
She's probably faking it.
Did you
We
not
can
fix your
assume
nose
she
at this
summoned
time?
Mahiru with the intention of killing her all along.
I don't think so.
That's why she wrote a letter to let her know where to meet, so the others wouldn't find out. And then you went ahead to the beach house, hid yourself in a specific place, and waited for Mahiru.
Why would you have to hide?
There's evidence for that too.
The gummy.
Here!
The place where Hiyoko was hiding. Are you talking about the closet?
Yes, that's right. The gummy candy we found on the floor is the evidence.
It's the wrong evidence.
Your favorite candy is gummies, correct?
What's a gummy? I've never eaten something like that
Oh,
before.
quit lying! You're not helping yourself!
I have captured the true character of this mystery. Hiyoko, who summoned Mahiru to the beach house, hid inside the closet like a familiar.
Scratching his brain
When
to
she
remember.
saw her chance, she
Shouldn't it be a
attacked
lot
her like
lower?
an evil spirit and left the beach house like a swift wind.
But Hiyoko miscalculated that Mahiru's body would be blocking the door at that time. Because of that, she was only able to leave from the beachside door.
Why
and
isn't
ended
she
up leaving
covered
her
in blood? Why isn't her kimono stained? We all
We
know
have
she
presented
can't
the
take
proof.
it off
My
and
four
put it
dark
back on
devas of
without someone to help
destruction
her.
didn't even need to come out.
It's a trap! This is obviously someone's trap!
Unfortunately, she's right.
Someone. Whose trap is it?
It must be that one person. You know, the one with the mask, maybe?
It was stuffed up there after it was ripped off.
There was a suspicious mask at the beach house,
Ah!
right? Whoever was wearing that could be the real killer.
You're the one who wore that mask and killed Mahiru, right?
Why would she?
There's no way I'd wear such a childish mask. Is your brain fried or something?
Traditional
That is
dancer.
right. It cannot be Hyoko. That mask belongs to Sparkling Justice.
Huh? Sparkling what now?
That mask says it all. Sparkling Justice is hiding on this island. Which means the legendary serial killer Sparkling Justice is the one who killed Mahiru.
Why, you? If you continue to say such foolish things, I shall tear you limb from limb.
Shut the hell up!
Don't blame Miss Sonia. It's just a difference between cultures. Culture shock, you know?
Quit defending her.
Yoko, why don't you just admit it already? You're being unreasonably stubborn.
She's being correct. She doesn't.
It's all in your head. Oh, why can't you understand? I'm not the killer.
There's plenty of things that don't make sense. You're being directed by Pickle. You're being directed by Pickle, Emma.
I shall render my verdict upon this mystery's conclusion. Hiyoko is the sinner who killed Mahiru!
No,
I'm telling you, it's a trap.
that is correct.
There's no doubt. You went to the beach house, right?
That's true.
Oh, that is...
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
And weren't you also hiding in the closet?
Also, well done,
So
Spock.
that's when you dropped the gummy.
You waited for your chance to kill Mahiru. And afterward, you fled from the beach house.
Why wasn't she covered
At
in
the time,
blood?
the door facing the road was blocked by the body.
That's true.
So you were forced to flee from the beachside entrance.
And that's how you left your footprints.
That's correct. Side chills, we better start with justice. Yeah, 'cause genocide chill is actually a thing.
I shall render my verdict upon this mystery's conclusion. Hiyoko is the sinner who killed Mahiru!
I'm telling you, it's a trap!
There's no doubt. You went to the beach house, right?
Oh, that is...
And weren't you also hiding in the closet? So that's when you dropped the gummy. No,
Okay.
that's wrong.
I was about to say, I'm pretty sure it's the gummy bag because that kind of gummy is not one of the flavors.
About that gummy, did Hyoko really drop it?
Oh my gosh, that was
The
going
only
out
one
on a
childish
limb.
enough to eat gummies is that midget over there.
She's my favorite yandere.
You're a midget too, you know.
She is
You're the
awesome.
one who worries about never getting taller.
Oh my gosh,
It's
okay.
true Hyoko likes to eat gummies, but she only eats a specific brand.
The brand of gummies you eat only have strawberry, melon, grape, and orange flavors, right?
I need a taller desk.
But what about the lemon flavor? The gummy at the crime scene is yellow, so it obviously looked like it was lemon flavored.
The killer didn't pay attention to details.
That gummy is yellow? And it's not mine! The ones I eat don't have any yellow gummies!
What?
That's right. None of the gummy bags in her cottage had any yellow ones.
Then we can't assume Hiyoko is the one who dropped that yellow gummy.
Ta-da!
See? Didn't I tell you? It's definitely
And
a
who was the
trap.
one that was surprised by that? I want gummies now, damn it. I can't
Who
eat
said a trap like
gummies.
this?
Actually, no,
I'll get
I
my
take that back.
revenge.
I can't
I'm
have
gonna
normal
whack you in the head
gummies.
with
I can
all
eat
my
my
might.
vitamin gummies. Because they're
Hold on, you little
sugar-free.
bitch. You think you're in the clear just because of a little gummy?
Yes. Because that means it was planted evidence,
Don't
you
be
moron.
stupid. I'm not done backing you into a corner yet.
It's not her, you idiot. Alright, so I need to figure out... I don't even know what it could be.
We're not done with Hiyoko yet. There's still a huge piece of evidence left.
That is?
You're talking about the footprints near the beach house, right?
It's true, that's an important piece of evidence. And we can thank Mahiru for it!
Mahiru?
What does that mean? Mahiru used her last ounce of strength and blocked the door to the road. Thanks to her, we have the evidence we need.
No.
That's wrong. I left those footprints during my morning walk.
Bull.
We're not done with Hiyoko yet. There's still a huge piece of evidence left.
You're talking about the footprints near the beach house, right?
It's true, that's an important piece of evidence. And we can thank Mahiru for it!
What does that mean? Mahiru used her last ounce of strength and blocked the door to the road. Thanks to her,
Yeah,
we
okay, I
have
know what
the
it
evidence
is.
we need.
That's wrong. I left those footprints during my morning walk.
No, you didn't, you idiot! Okay, I know what it is.
We're not done with Hiyoko yet. There's still a huge piece of evidence left.
You're talking about the footprints near the beach house, right?
It's true, that's an important piece of evidence. And we can thank Mahiru for it!
What does that mean?
I need a way to slow this down.
Mahiru used her last ounce of strength and blocked the door to the road. Thanks to her,
Think Boost
we have
McGee
the
is
evidence
big and
we
show.
need.
Watch edit called
wrong.
Ekin. Oh gosh.
I left those footprints during my morning walk.
No, you didn't.
We're not done with Hiyoko yet.
Damn it!
There's still a
God, I
huge
need to be
piece of
quicker.
evidence left.
You're talking about the footprints near the beach house,
Oh,
right?
I need to quit doing that.
It's true, that's an important piece of evidence. And we can thank Mahiru for it!
What does that mean? Mahiru used her last ounce of strength and
Finally!
No, that's wrong.
Hi, Puff.
Mahiru
Careful.
didn't block the door. Her death was instant.
instant death?
According to my autopsy, yes, there's no doubt that Mahiru died instantly.
If you want one, you know how to get it.
If you keep making shit up, I'll fucking kill you!
She's not!
I'm sorry.
Ryuhiko, you cannot do that. Only a coward threatens women.
I'm pretty sure her death was instant too. I mean, her injury was only a single blow. That's why Mahiru isn't the one who blocked the door. Someone else used her body to block it.
Yep,
Someone else?
the killer.
The killer, of course. They're the one who blocked the door with Mahiru's body.
You want it? You know how you can get it.
That's why there were bloody drag marks left on the floor.
Thank you!
But why did the killer block the door?
So Hiyoko
Just
would
ask
run
Hiyoko.
out.
She's the killer after all.
No, she's not, you moron!
Seriously, that's not true. Let's assume Hiyoko is the killer. Wouldn't that mean she's also the one who dragged the body? If she handled the body that bloody,
Yeah, Miss
then
Sonia
her
clearly
clothes
is
and
not a
skin would have been
feminist.
stained with
You
blood.
want it? Come up here.
Huh? But when I saw her, she was
Clean. No blood on her whatsoever.
clean.
See? I told you I wasn't
Up here.
the killer! Yay! With this, my innocence has been proven!
You got
I
it,
won't
put
let
here.
you look down on me.
Oh, damn it.
We haven't decided that yet.
There you go, Puff.
Hey, Fuyuhiko. Why do you keep insisting that Hyoko is the killer?
Because you know who actually killed
Shut
Mahiru.
up! I'm telling you, she's the killer! That little bitch is definitely the killer!
Okay, gotta find the sword.
There's a shower room inside after she moved the body. She just washed it off in the shower.
She
Allow me
could.
to cut through those words.
Huh?
Now, washing it off in the shower is impossible because the shower in the beach house was out of order.
Wasted strikes hurt you. Every swing has to hit to make it. Okay.
I'm terribly sorry. I haven't had any time to actually repair it.
Then maybe she took her clothes off to move the body, and when she was done, she put them back on.
We all know she can't do that.
Are you saying I did something that perverted?
Because she can't do it without help.
I see.
What's up here?
Listen to me, Fuyuhiko. Hyoko mentioned this before.
Can't tie her own kimono. Yep. So she had to have Mahiru to help her.
Which means Hyoko can't change by herself. It's impossible for her to put on and take off her clothes.
What?
Oh yeah, she couldn't even tie her sash on her own. That's why she couldn't take a bath and smelled bad.
I didn't smell. And it only smelled a little.
It smelled so bad everyone
Wasn't
noticed.
changing inside the beach house prohibited in the first place?
Yes, if you broke the rules, I'm pretty sure Monokuma wouldn't have kept quiet.
Yep.
Damn right! I'm such a stickler for the rules that even safari park rangers want nothing to do with me.
Jeez.
If she didn't change her clothes, then what did Hyoko do with the blood that got on her?
Nothing got on her. Moves a body naked.
Like I've
Wait,
been
my ex
saying,
did something
the
like
blood
that too.
wasn't
Never
on me
mind,
in the
not the
first
time to
place,
get
'cause I never
that.
touched Mahiru's body.
the fuck?
Hey, you can think about it the other way
Demomba 8!
around.
What the hell did
Does that
you
mean
marry?
Whoever was covered in blood is suspicious? Because if so, I believe Akane was soaked with blood when we all met up to go to the beach.
She fought with Nekomaru.
Didn't I tell you that was because I got beat up by Coach Nekomaru?
Yeah, but that could just
I
be...
can attest to that. If I hadn't gotten that rough with her, she never would have backed down.
He's always tense. I just noticed that.
Doubting me, of all people. You got some nerve. All right, I'll bend your body in half so you're stuck in a bowing position for the rest of your life.
Calm down, girl!
That actually sounds pretty cool.
Quit laughing!
The hell it does!
Hey, more importantly, I'm okay now, right? It's okay that I'm not the killer?
I've never been
Yeah.
married.
Seems like it.
See? I already told you. There's no way I'd kill Mahiru. 'Cause
Is it bad
Mahiru
if that's
taught me
actually
how to wear a
believable?
kimono, and she was very, very kind. There's no way I would kill a nice person like her. Why wouldn't you believe me earlier?
Because they're idiots.
You guys are stupid! Stupid, stupid, stupid!
Hyoko, please don't cry. Everything is fine now.
Aww,
Right?
Mikan.
Shut the hell up, pig barf! I hope you get a hangnail and die!
Fuck off, Hyoko!
I'm sorry for being pig barf.
Don't apologize, Mikan! Fuyuhiko knows something. Again, we don't know who that third person was that discovered the body. No
Hey,
murderer to
Hyoko.
find still.
Now that our suspicions have been addressed, can you tell us the truth?
Huh?
Even though you're not the killer, you still went to the beach house, right?
Yep.
Like I said, it was a trap.
Yeah,
more
I
specific.
got that already. So, Can you give us the details about that trap?
I would like to know too. It might lead to some kind of clue.
Bingo!
Fine. You want me to talk, huh?
You have nothing to lose from talking.
Earlier this morning, Mahiru was the one who came up to me. She asked if we could meet up later.
Huh? But didn't you say earlier?
Shut up. She's able to faint.
Damn it! So that was a lie?
Duh!
'Cause I thought it'd be doubted if I admitted it. So I figured it was better not to say anything.
What is with wearing
So,
a ring on these two fingers?
What was your answer to Mahiru's invitation?
Because Ibuki and
I told her
Gundam
it was
both
fine.
wear
I mean,
rings on their
I didn't have a
fingers.
reason to say no.
Specifically these two.
Unlike everyone else here, Mahiru was someone I wasn't embarrassed to be seen with.
Jeez.
You always have to say something snide.
Yep.
At the time, we were supposed to meet around 2 p.m., but
2 p.m. Why did the thing say 2:30?
around noon, there was a letter inside my mailbox. A letter? Yeah, this one.
But it couldn't. It was forged. It's the exact same letter. Someone was listening in. Time is still the same at 2 p.m. Does it to have the punk rocker chick? Why does Gundam do it? So the killer wrote both notes.
I saw this letter and went to the beach house at that time.
You got knocked out. Where the hell is it?
I can prove it with this.
I looked right over it.
Doesn't it look like its
Look
contents
grunge?
different from the letter Mahiru had?
Grunge? I don't know much about grunge. I know more about punk than I know about grunge. 2:30, so it's a 30-minute difference.
Mahiru's letter said to meet at 2:30 p.m. But in Hyoko's letter,
It says 2.
Whoa! The meeting times are off.
By 30 minutes.
it's also strange that both letters wanted to change their meeting spot to the beach house.
It was a setup.
It would be plausible if one of them said it, but for both letters to say the same thing?
Hyoko, since you wrote it, what do you think?
Like I said, I never wrote the letter. How many times do I have to tell you?
The writing is identical. Which is also another forensic, well, I guess you could say forensic area.
I see.
Sorry, I completely missed the question, but I
The
could guess
killer
the
must
answer.
have forged both letters.
That's what happens when you stop
The
paying
killer
attention,
forged them
class.
so they could manipulate their actions. Yeah, that's how we should think about it.
Yep.
That seems very likely. In fact, if you compare both letters...
They're identical.
Confirmed! Just as I assumed.
Yeah.
The handwriting is the same. The content of the letters matches too.
Like this part. I was going to tell you in person, but I couldn't find you, so I put this in your mailbox. This part. It seems there's someone who wants to interfere with our meeting. And this part. Let's keep it a secret. Until then, Let's try not to see each other for a while.
Excuse me.
The killer forged both of those letters.
That way they can
In
control
doing so,
everything.
they were able to control Hiyoko and Mahiru to do their bidding, like a netherworld puppeteer.
Get your
So
cultist
they
crap out of
completely
here.
Tricked me, and then Mahiru's killer. How mean! Give me back Mahiru.
Really? This is really terrible. I've offered to help so many times, but the killer this time didn't discuss their plan with me at all. It's all my fault. I'm so ashamed of being unreliable.
Get the hell up, Nagito.
Here we go again. Once we let our guard down, this happens. We can just lightly punch him to death later.
So based on what the letter said, you went to the beach house at 2 p.m., right, Hiyoko?
Just torture him for a bit. Break his legs. Make sure you cauterize the wounds.
What happened afterward? What on earth happened there?
No give backs, unfortunately.
I fell asleep. Why'd you fall asleep? It's not like I wanted to. I think I was forced to get a whiff of some kind of medicine or something.
Chloroform.
Medicine? That medicine. Could it be? Did they get it from the drugstore?
Probably.
I thought that place seemed unsafe. They even have prescription medicines laying out in the open.
If you were aware of that from the start, you should have done something about it.
Not like she could.
I'm sorry. When I woke up, I was inside a small closet. And when I rushed out, I saw Mahiru's body.
And that's why you ran out of the beach house in such a panic.
Yep.
I was scared.
So
I was
Hiyoko was
really
chloroformed
scared.
around
Really
2
scared,
o'clock
but I couldn't help, but...
and drug into the closet.
The killer probably planned to frame Hiyoko from the start. And for that reason, they summoned Hiyoko before Mahiru.
Put her to sleep and shoved her in the
shoved her
closet.
inside the
Yep.
closet.
So their reason for blocking the door with Mahiru's body was to make Hiyoko leave her footprints as evidence.
Yep, to make it look like she ran out.
Everything was done to frame Hiyoko as the killer. That's horrible. I didn't do anything wrong, and I was framed by Mahiru's killer.
I almost feel sorry for her, and then I remember how much of an
Hiyoko,
asshole she
Please
is.
do not cry. We believe you.
Is it really okay to believe her so easily? She might be faking those tears, you know.
This'll never end if you keep being so suspicious.
Isn't that what a class trial is all about?
Quit
The
being
only
like
way to
Doggy Toe.
survive is to be suspicious. This is where we go to thoroughly doubt each other. So if you believe in each other so easily, then there's definitely something wrong with you.
You're
He's
wrong,
got it too.
Fumihiko. We aren't supposed to doubt each
Look
other
at
here.
these 2
We're
fingers.
supposed to work
Or
together.
these 2.
The class trial is where we cooperate with each other, work hard, and aim for victory.
I mean,
The
yeah.
killer and everyone else. 2 hopes attempting to grasp the one true hope.
Quit getting
2 hopes
off
clashing with
on
each other
this.
is poetry in motion. That is what a class trial should be.
Boy,
Seriously, which side are you on?
kink shaming you right now.
I'm
Quit
on the
it.
side of the absolute hope that can overcome any despair.
Stop it.
And I believe that absolute hope exists at the point where 2 hopes clash.
Your stance is neither white nor black, but gray, and you do not yearn for your life, or even for victory.
Jeez, I wish he'd just side with the enemy already so I can believe what he's saying.
Ah! You're right next to him.
Let's
Just punch him in the arm.
Believing every little thing Nagito says is a waste of time.
Yeah, we need to figure out who Mahiru's killer is.
So Hiyoko's out.
There should be a new clue contained in what Hiyoko has told us. So, let us believe Hyoko's words and discuss it once again with
Sailor
everyone.
salute. Or Irish salute, actually, but still.
The debate proceeds when you assume you can believe each other.
Not kink shaming, but I'm kink shaming exactly.
That's the right way. That's the splendid power of teamwork.
That was a really bad timing on the good job.
What do you think of that, Monokuma? I'm not gonna let you have the outcome you want.
Ah! He fell asleep!
Hey! What? He's sleeping!
Dumbasses. You bastards don't know anything. If you're stupid enough to trust each other,
Excuse me. But Halo's right there, so I don't gotta
the
worry
only
too
thing
much.
waiting for you is the bitter truth.
How do you do that? Peko Yama has been driving the majority of this trial. Suspended. Oh, fuck! Intermission. Woohoo!
Well now.
And with that, we're gonna take a little intermission of our own.
The letter?
Yeah.
No, it was probably the gummy.
False evidence.
Huh? Candy can be a clue?
It's been a clue,
When
bitch!
he woke up, was the gummy already there?
Now that you mention it, I feel like it wasn't.
Just as I thought.
It was
Just
planted
as you
evidence.
If the killer planted evidence while Hiyoko was there, she would have thrown it away if she found it.
Which means the gummy was placed inside the closet after Hiyoko fled from the beach house?
Yep.
The killer returned to the scene of the crime? After I left?
Nope. Killer
They
stayed.
wouldn't have to do something that troublesome as long as they hid somewhere within the beach house.
That's impossible! There's nowhere to hide!
The closet.
I even glanced inside the shower room as I was running away, but there was nobody there.
Then, does that mean the killer came back?
Nope.
I wonder. At any rate, the solution to that problem is connected to what really happened. That's what I think.
We have one vote for everything. The normal 3. Oh, crap. Should I have been paying attention? Okay, no things have been done yet. Okay, logic dive. Alright. Supply room gummies. It's the art, PC, and console. There's one vote for everything. Has to reach the goal and find final destination of the Synapse course. Sideways with the mouse, accelerate, right to brake, left, okay, right to brake, left to jump. Okay. Alright. Okay. 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 Careful. My meddlesome advice. Okay. Killer tampered with the evidence after Hiyoko ran away from the beach house. When did the killer arrive and depart from the beach house? Killer never left. Not initially. Alright, let's do this. Okay. Okay, I like these better. Jeez! Killer arrive at the beach house. thought as much. Oh, I thought that'd be another question. Oopsies. Killer live. It has to be after Kyoko left. Okay, so PC Gaming 1, as soon as this is over, I will run the next poll. Okay, good. Force jumps. That makes me happy. Okay. Beach house. It was in the surfer box, would be my guess, because the surfboards were out of it. Woo! Okay. Alright, so PC Gaming 1. Give me a few seconds. Alright, and go! Go with 5.
It's all coming together. Do you think the killer might have been hiding?
You spent all that time thinking just to say something so pointless. How disappointing.
Vote T? I don't think T's an option.
There was nowhere to hide? Do I have to explain it in another language so you can understand?
You were hiding.
Her personality got a hell of a lot more forceful once she stopped being
We're
a
currently voting for PC.
No, there should have been a place for them to hide. A place you didn't look, Kyoko.
Fuck. Okay.
What are you saying?
So it's
Stop being
currently
annoying
2
or I'm
votes
gonna
for
make a tiny bop
Danganronpa,
you on
1
the head and
vote
shut you
for
up
Dark
for
Souls
good.
1. Crap. What was the question? Oh. It's in the closet.
Here! The killer was probably hiding in the closet.
The closet? That's where I was locked
Really,
up.
Brian? I'm surprised you didn't
After
vote
you
for Dark
woke up,
Souls
you
1.
said you rushed out of there, right? And you probably didn't look inside the closet very carefully.
But could 2 people even hide in such a small place? And without Kyoko knowing?
Surfboards, you move
That's
them.
why the killer made sure to arrange a hiding place.
It's right there. Because the surfboards were moved. The surfboard should have been in this.
Here! What about the surfboard case in the closet? I'm pretty sure they could have hidden in there.
Huh? Inside the surfboard case?
But the shelf it was on, it was pretty messy, don't you think? 2 surfboards were stacked on the top shelf. And there were surfboards that weren't even in a case. The killer probably did that on purpose to secure a hiding place.
Yep.
Because we haven't been on this
So your
island
PC
that
can
long,
run the game. Fair
so
enough.
The closet shouldn't have been that messy.
Fair enough.
I think.
So it looks like Danganronpa 2 is gonna win.
Then the killer was close to me during that time?
Unless someone else wants to
Yeah, they were
play,
quietly holding
or
their breath
someone else
and
votes for
hiding very
starter.
close to you.
It's kind of like in for a penny, in for a pound, so to speak.
Don't you mean it's always darkest under the lighthouse?
What?
I shouldn't say things I don't understand, like, so to speak.
Anyway, the killer hid silently, and after making sure Hyoko left, they finally left the surfboard case.
I agree with that as well.
Seriously, nobody asked what you think.
There's no way the
Hold on.
killer would leave Hiyoko by herself if
change?
they were trying to frame her.
Unfortunately, you cannot change your
If
vote.
Hiyoko was left alone and ruined the evidence the killer had planted,
But
it
I'll
would've
let it
messed up
slide
their
this
plan.
time. Ross!
Instead, it makes
Never
more sense to think
mind.
that the killer was hiding in the beach house, watching Hiyoko.
Saying whatever you want, even if we didn't ask. All right, if you don't want to friggin' get punched, just stand still and let me punch ya!
What?
Oh, you shut up. Then, grit your teeth.
Sorry, Akane. It's not like that.
What?
Hey, Monokuma. Can I ask you about something that seems strange to me?
I believe Prince Shotoku was from the future. A man from the future is always directing the flow of history.
What?
I'll listen to your story about men from the future some other time. As I recall, the body discovery announcement is made when 3 or more people discover a body.
Thank you! Finally someone brought it up!
Is the killer also included among those 3 or more people?
No, they aren't!
Yeah, that's true, but, well, something like that is basically what it's supposed to be.
Jackass,
You don't
answer the
sound
question!
Very articulate.
Jeez, you're pretty annoying for noticing something like that. I know it sounds like an excuse.
Fuck you,
but the
Monokuma!
body discovery announcement isn't supposed to be
Alright.
used for deduction.
Debomba 8. Do you want to change your vote
It's
to
intended
Stardew?
to create a fair trial. It's supposed to
Because
let
if so, I
everyone
can
know
run
a body
I
has
can
been
run the
found.
vote again.
So you're saying it's unfortunate that I used it for deduction? I understand your excuse,
It didn't
but
show.
depending on who actually found the body, it's possible that your 3 or more
Okay.
people
I can
rule
go ahead
could
and
be deadly.
run it again, just between those
Well,
2 games.
As long as I keep things ambiguous, I can respond to situations with some flexibility.
Okay, so
Flexibility,
the vote will
huh?
be between those 2 games
So
then.
what about this time? Is it 3 people including the killer or not?
Jeez, fine. You want me to say it? It doesn't include the killer this time, okay? All done.
Thank you, we're
Which
missing our 1
means
person!
3 people other than the killer discovered Mahiru's body.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing. I just thought it was somewhat strange. More importantly, let's get back to
Dadgummit,
our
Brian.
original topic.
You're the one who went on a tangent.
We were just saying the killer was hiding in the surfboard case, right?
And after Hiyoko ran away, the killer got to enjoy the
I'm
simple
gonna
life
stick
of
with my original
destroying
vote.
evidence.
However, before we proceed any further, there's something we have to make clear. The
That
killer
is...
blocked the roadside door with Mahiru's body before Hiyoko ran away. But what about the blood?
Now that you mention it, that mystery hasn't been solved yet.
It's going to be all right. If you guys have come this far, I'm sure you can discover that answer too.
Alright, so there's currently a tie.
Now, let's start the argument, shall
There
we?
are 2 minutes left to vote. Okay. Explain the final step, non-stop debate. You will now be able to use the truth flashback. Hold down the left mouse button. The shape will change. Keep it in that position, it'll be able to memorize it. Okay. Can only be fired once as a single truth bullet. Okay. It will disappear from your truth cylinder. Great! I have got to find a way to slow down the debates. Many times as you want. Okay. Don't seem to have answer to a liar mistake in your available truth bullets. Might be wise to memorize a different weak spot and use that to make your case. Just have to trust your keen wits, won't you? I'm not trusting anything right now. My brain is fried from all the crap I've done this week. I lost most of yesterday because I had to catch up on sleep. Because I didn't sleep well for the previous 4 days. Having a network glitch. Ew. That's never fun. Sure. Okay, so it's not that.
What did the killer do with the blood?
Maybe they wore one when they moved the body.
If they use something other than the shower,
What did they do with the bloody wetsuit?
They cut it
Okay.
off with boots.
As someone who flushes their shit every
Here we
morning,
go.
I...
Very
Blood on the
careful.
body.
They washed
maybe
it
they
off.
simply washed it off.
They
Okay.
couldn't use the shower, right? So washing it off would have been impossible. No, that's wrong.
Gosh, it took a
They
while.
just needed to wash off the blood.
Hi,
They didn't
everyone.
necessarily have to use the shower.
Jeez.
They could have just as easily used something else.
Something other than the shower. Like what?
Drinks.
I see.
Drinks inside the refrigerator. Couldn't the killer have used those to wash
Aw,
off the blood?
I've seen through it.
Pickle, Yama. What are you doing?
In theory, then, that's impossible.
How?
Why?
Try to remember the refrigerator carefully, and then you will understand.
Yeah, we have a before and after,
But there's
and
no
you
possible
threw
way the
things
drinks
away
in the
into the
refrigerator
garbage
were
can.
used.
Screw you, pickle, Yama. Here we go. For the entire con. And wherever I go with this, refills for life.
It seems you've
So long
realized
as it's
who
at
the
Wild
killer is.
Bill's. I'm really hoping they're there. They are there next.
See? Just as I
Yeah.
thought.
Hold on. You know who the killer is?
Pickle, Yama.
Let me ask.
That's my bet.
Who might
Because she's
that
the
be?
only one here that can swing that hard. But yeah, I knew what you meant on that one. Because it tastes different in a plastic cup, plastic bottle, and
You're the only one!
it tastes different depending on the
Echo.
container.
Is it you?
Hey, what are you being quiet for? They're accusing you of being the killer.
They're not as sporadic as you.
Then I should ask you this. Why do you believe I'm the killer?
I remember when we were all meeting up to go to the beach. Your appearance when you came to the diner.
You were soaked. And you were tying that thing back up. Now that I see how her boobs are
killer
drawn, I
really
might be
did
able to
wash
put
the
that
blood
into
off the
my
water box.
drawings.
They'd have to drench their entire body.
The metal cup. This specifically is a
But there were
limited
no
edition
towels in
for
the beach house,
MomoCon.
and it would have taken a while for the water
But
to fully
Wild
air dry.
Bill's Old Fashioned Soda Pop Company,
So you said you went swimming.
if
so
you
you'd
have
a
one of
cover
their
story.
cups where if you go to a event that they're at, you can get refills from them,
Just stay
either for
silent.
$1
Say something.
or free for
Hold on,
life,
you
as long
bastard.
as you bring this cup.
You
Don't
saw
have to bring
her
the
at the
straw,
diner.
that's an accessory.
You never saw her near the beach house, right?
Why are you getting defensive?
So maybe she really was swimming.
That doesn't make sense.
No one even saw her swimming.
No one can back
No.
her up.
I saw her.
Is that so?
After I ran into you bastards at the diner, I crossed paths with her on my way home.
Uh-huh.
So there's no doubt. She would have arrived at the diner from the opposite direction of the beach house.
No one saw her how she arrived.
Hold on. That's strange. Didn't you just say this earlier?
That I pass by the diner, don't even pay attention to the bee house. Haha. Got one from RTX a few years ago. Was from Pecos Pete's. Yeah, it's got to be specifically from Wild Bill's. old-fashioned soda
You
pop
didn't see
company.
anyone. Don't try
And you
to tell
get
me you
refills
forgot
for
about
life, provided you bring this cup. That, the fact that they had all kinds of sodas,
Not so fast.
and
It's
I
too
needed
soon to decide
something
she's a
to
killer.
drink.
We haven't established
From-
how the killer was
I
able
bought
to
this.
leave the beach house.
Best $30-something I've spent.
Now that you've mentioned
And
it,
I got myself a metal straw, which means
The roadside door
Well,
was blocked.
I wanted
And
a
if
metal
it's
straw
impossible
because
to
I
leave
missed
from the
my
beachside
Bobia.
without leaving footprints. Then how the fuck did the killer escape?
But I mixed it up, by the way.
Why are you all fired up, Fuyuhiko? You're not the suspect. Peko is.
Who cares
Yeah, Ma.
about that? Answer me. If you have an explanation, then show me what you got.
Are you in love with
you
her?
might have an answer.
Do you really? This mystery seems unsolvable.
Seems doesn't mean is.
If Peko is the killer, then I might just have an answer to that mystery.
I see. Then let's hear this alleged method of escaping the beach house.
The iron bars.
First, let's establish how the killer escaped.
I see.
If the roadside and beachside doors aren't an option, the only other thing I can think of is... Well, nothing really. Except that small window in the shower room.
Huh. Don't you know how high that window is? There's no way Peko could have
sword.
reached it.
But what if, for instance,
Oh, it's on the opposite
she got
hand.
help from someone?
Why is
She
it
might
these
have
two
reached it by riding
fingers?
someone's shoulders, but then that person would have been left behind.
Her sword!
Is it possible an object was used? A rope, for instance?
And what happened to the rope after they used it? And don't say something stupid like they threw it outside.
Okay, she's got him on these fingers. He's got him on
course
these
not.
fingers.
That would
I
violate
think
the
Gundam also
school
has them
trip
on these
rule.
fingers. Sorry, it's just a small little tip thing I'm noticing.
Littering
Yeah,
is
the sword.
prohibited. Even if it might be evidence, rules are still rules.
Yep.
You see? There's no way they'd be able to escape from that window.
Her sword!
No, they just have to use an object.
Chiaki, don't fall asleep on us! We just said they couldn't use an object!
What does Peko always carry on
You
her
did?
person?
I thought you were saying they couldn't dispose of an object. I see. You don't have to throw it away if you can just hide it somewhere on your body.
Huh? Pekka was wearing a swimsuit, remember? Where would she even hide an object?
Her sword!
And if you say she hid it in her special place, I'll stab you in yours!
No!
Jeez!
Silent!
Oh my gosh. Peko goes nowhere without her sword. Sword! Oh my gosh! It had better be 5 letters long.
You were still wearing your bamboo sword.
How is she wearing it?
Are you saying she used that bamboo sword to escape through the window?
Yep.
Yeah. Peko used that bamboo sword as a step stool and escaped out the window.
And she's small enough.
Sword as a step stool? You see? I knew it! I knew it was a ninja! Didn't I tell ya? A ninja could have climbed that easily.
You swim with a wooden sword.
Ninjas
That's a
know
good
a climbing
question.
trick where they lean their sword against a wall and use the handguard as a step stool.
Wow. Okay, Kane, you're
Sounds like a Japanese
actually
ninja.
pretty knowledgeable.
Miss Sonia? Ninjas
Them
only
teeth.
exist in Japan.
Well,
That woman from
it is a bamboo sword,
Oni
but
Chambara.
I'm sure a slender
Oni
girl like
Chambara?
Peko could easily use it to climb.
Well,
Yep.
Peko, do you have anything to say?
Panic Talk Action, PTA. Fever Time and Nega Time. Admittedly, I'm probably going to use like the swimming images to help me draw better. Because there's a couple of female characters that I actually need that for. Most of them work at the brothel, but I need to draw them. For the last apple pool, you can destroy an opponent's verbal assault. Okay. Only until your focus gauge runs out to make... Fuck. I should have been paying attention again! Video game series that stars a bikini-clad woman wielding a sword. Association coincidence, I'm sure! I didn't even notice! Oh my gosh. Difficult. Okay. Time the rhythm, not with your eyes, but with your ears and your passionate heart. Fuck off. Clear, always change the difficulty settings. That they'll have to redo the class trial for that chapter if they... I'm sorry, what?! I am not redoing this entire class trial!
Hold on a sec, you bastard!
Nope.
You're saying she used her sword as a step stool and went out the fucking window? Then what about the sword?
She could tie her thing onto it.
It would have been left in the shower room, and she wouldn't have been able to recover it, dumbass.
Method of drawing and ask for employees to hand over their playboys? Wait,
Why
seriously?
do you even care? Shut up! Just shut the fuck up and answer me! If you have an answer, then fucking give it to me!
The rope.
If she used the bamboo sword as a step stool, it would have been left behind!
She could tie the little thingy that it was in onto the handle and yank it up with her.
Got proof, you bastard? That's obviously impossible! Shut up! Shut up! Don't fuck with me! Got proof, you bastard? Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Don't fuck with me! Got proof, you bastard? That's obviously impossible! Bastard!
I am not good at this.
Got proof, you bastard? I'll sell your fucking organs! You're pissing me off!
Too slow.
You're pissing me off! Bastard! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Got proof, you bastard? That's obviously impossible! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Don't fuck with me! Got proof, you bastard? If she used the bamboo sword as a step stool, it would have been left behind!
Bamboo... Crap. Crap!
Shut up! Shut up! Don't fuck with me! Got proof, you bastard? That's obviously impossible! Bastard! Got proof, you bastard? If she used the bamboo sword as a step stool, this is the end.
Okay, sorry, I got confuzzled. Seriously, it was used making Dragon's Lair.
She used her bamboo sword as a step stool. She could have recovered it with her sword back.
Called it! Also, thank you.
When she leaned her sword against the wall to use as a step stool, she tied her sword back to it.
Squishy boobies!
And after she climbed up to the window, as long as she hauled the bag up toward her, she would have been able to recover her bamboo sword.
I see. Not just the bamboo sword, but even the sword bag, too. She used them both to escape. Akane said she's like a ninja, but it's nothing as silly as that. Simply put, only Peko could have performed this feat. An escape plan befitting of the ultimate swordswoman. Even so, how disappointing. If you'd only let me work with you, it would have been an even greater plan. No, you just back off.
Is it true that you really killed Mahiru?
Amazingly, I am bad at the rhythm despite
You're
being
just
a
making
band.
assumptions. You don't have any proof. I
My
won't
reaction
accept this
time
unless
is so
there's
bad.
proof. Got it, you bastard?
It's fine.
Huh?
I said it's fine. Saying anything more would just be an exercise in futility.
So you admit to it. Jeez, my reaction time has
Among
tremendously
flowers, the
slowed.
cherry blossom. Among men, the samurai. I commend your decisiveness, at least. Very well. If you admit it, this ends now. Let's cast our votes.
Agreed. Hurry up and vote.
What?
Hold on. Let me confirm one thing first.
Can it wait until after the voting?
No.
This is important, and it relates to the voting. It's about Pecco's motive.
Why would Pecco be the one?
My motive?
In the end,
Was that a
you
storm?
had no connection to the events depicted in Twilight Syndrome murder case, right?
She has a connection with Fuyuhiko in
Then-
some form.
Why did you kill Mahiru?
Not an
So it's about
admission,
that.
a non-admission to leave
Let's see.
confusion in her favor.
If I must answer that question, I must say it was for the sake of justice.
And this is where the serial killer
Justice?
angle comes in.
In order to protect the justice of this world. I do not sully my hands to satisfy personal grudges.
Bullshit.
There is only one reason I kill. For the sake of protecting justice.
Oh my gosh.
What are you saying?
Justice is what makes humans human.
No.
It's a virtue that human beings
What
should
makes
be proud
humans
of.
human is logic.
Justice is the eternal sun and the enduring moon, the protective father and the smiling mother.
Hello! Earth to Pecco!
Yeah, I
If
know.
justice ever disappeared from this world, the world would immediately freeze and people's smiles would vanish.
No, they just
I
find
will not
more
allow that.
reasons to complain
It's
about
fine,
shit.
just stop it.
Justice must always be there to guide us.
True
to
justice is
shine
God's
bright
domain.
above
Amen
our
to that.
heads.
Let's see, been
I'm
moving
telling you
since
to
6:50
stop
this
it.
morning. When my body
So
hits
I
the bed, I'm
must
gonna fall
fight.
asleep.
I
Well,
must
if you need to go
continue
to bed, go to
fight
bed, dude.
protect Justice.
I thank you for being with us for so long.
Could she be?
Gosh,
The
so you
light of
know.
Justice shines upon my mask. I expose the hearts of malevolent evil. Justice complete.
Oh, fuck up. Pecco,
The
Pecco.
center of justice that is pierced by justice. The lead star of justice that shines in the night sky. That would be me. Sparkling
Jesus.
justice. Now then, let's execute justice.
Why are they firing off fireworks this early?
What? What the fuck?
Thank you, but that's not quite
What are
my
you doing?
reaction.
I am sparkling justice. In the name of sparkling, shining justice, I have come to deliver justice.
What's going on? What's this? Chill. Pecco finally snapped!
Yeah?
Everyone, please be careful. Sparkling Justice is a serial killer who claims to be an ally of justice. Clad in her various hero masks, she is a serial killer who exclusively targets other criminals. She is supposed to be... but... huh?
An ally of justice? So that's why you're wearing a mask.
This mask is the dividing
I
line.
still like Genocide Jill
Just
better.
like various idols. The sun is revealed
Oh, I can see her
because it
eye.
lies
Oh
just
wait, her eyes
beyond your
are red.
grasp.
Damn, I forgot. Does that just say, is there a filter?
Should also be the same.
I don't get it, but this is becoming really crazy.
Because she's trying to throw you off.
To be a surprising turn of events.
When did you get both arms free? Oh my gosh, Monokuma, wake the fuck up!
Hey! Now's not the time for you to be sleeping. Take a look. It's a killer.
He's bored out of his gourd.
This again?
Huh? Sleep talking?
So what's your answer to my previous question? Why
Look at
did you
their
kill
stuff.
Mahiru?
This world must always be bathed in the light of justice. I must not allow
Mahiru didn't
even
do
one
anything
shadow.
wrong.
Evil must be eliminated immediately.
What the fuck?
No matter what, I must not overlook evil.
Evil? Are you saying Mahiru is...
Being an
You knew
accomplice
about
doesn't
that
necessarily
incident,
mean
and you
evil.
must have played the game. Am I right?
She admitted
Because
at
of
the
that,
beginning of the trial she
I
didn't
was
play
able
it.
to find the killer's accomplice hiding on this island like a sewer rat.
All of that speech was in the library, including the mask. Yep.
The reason you killed Mahiru was...
To protect justice, of course.
That
In
is
order
so
to protect
fake.
justice, I have become its merciless sword. And executed justice.
You're trying to remember your lines, kid.
Holy crap! She's such a stereotypical psychopath!
No, she's not.
She's
On that
so
way.
gross.
Look at you,
Echo.
Miss Snot Bubbles.
Is this your true identity?
No, it's
true
not.
Identity? I have already forgotten who I am.
That one's from
It
the
just
heart.
shows my determination. My determination to protect by throwing away what's most important.
Your life.
I'm willing to become anybody to shower this world with justice.
Yeah, right.
Oh, I can't stand this anymore! Let's just end this farce already!
Agreed. I really need to make myself a back scratcher. One of these days.
Let's go over this incident one more time and then let's end this.
Agreed! Alright, closing argument. Oh crap, how do I do this? Okay. Okay. Okay, this has nothing to do with it. Let's see. Right. I didn't get one wrong that time. missing? Oh!
Here's everything that
Hey, I
happened
didn't
in
get
this
any of them
case.
wrong! Woohoo!
The
All that
incident began this morning
speech.
when
You
Mahiru
can
spoke to
scroll,
Hyoko.
look at all the images, and get them in place ASAP. Okay.
Mahiru most likely played Twilight Syndrome murder case, the video game provided to us as the motive. She probably wanted to discuss it with someone else who also appeared in the game as a
Noticed she
character.
was eating gummies, but she didn't pay attention to the brand.
Hyoko accepted Mahiru's invitation, and they promised to have a more detailed conversation about it later.
Had she paid attention to the brand, they would have voted Hyoko as the killer.
However, someone else overheard their exchange. The killer. The killer eavesdropped on their conversation and used their promise to devise a specific murder plan.
Ash.
By preparing a specific item, they planned to manipulate the two's actions.
Did her skirt get shorter?
That item was the letters. They sent fake letters to both Mahiru and Hyoko. The letter Mahiru received told her to come to the beach house at 2:30 p.m. And the letter Hyoko received told her to come to the beach house at exactly 2 p.m. By providing different times, the killer was able to lure them to the beach house separately.
Yep.
Hyoko totally trusted that letter, showed up at the beach house at 2 p.m., just like it said.
See the execution, then I'll head off. Okay.
And was
I have to
drugged
stop
into
recording at
unconsciousness
the
by the killer
execution.
lying in wait. After putting Hyoko to sleep,
I'll still
the
stream.
killer immediately hid her inside the closet.
Actually, wait, no, I can't do that.
So they could
Because
frame her as
Minds
the killer
Plus
later.
has been paying for end of stream advertisement, so I've actually got to go through with
At
that.
2:30 p.m.,
Because I keep forgetting.
Mahiru arrived at the beach house. She was completely unaware
So
that
we'll
she'd been
end the
targeted for
stream
murder.
after the execution.
Approaching
Hopefully
her
it
from
won't be
behind,
too far
The
from
killer
now.
struck the defenseless Mahiru with a specific weapon. The metal bat that was left at the scene of the crime. The bat was brought down onto the back of Mahiru's head, and with that, she took her last breath. According to Mikan's autopsy, Mahiru died instantly, so she probably never knew who killed her. With that, the killer achieved their goal of killing Mahiru and began to tamper with the crime scene. They dragged Mahiru's body so that it blocked the door leading to the road.
Yeah, it looks shorter.
Also, the mask found at the scene of the crime was something the killer personally left. I'm not really sure why. My guess is it's something similar to a calling card.
She wanted to throw you guys off.
That's how the crime scene we discovered was created. However, by moving Mahiru's body, the killer got blood splatter on them.
Probably got blood
Plus,
spatter
the
on
shower
him
room
from
had no water
smacking her in the
because it
back
was
of the
out
head.
order, so they couldn't wash it off.
Yeah, that face is creepy.
But the killer expected something like that to happen.
Just put your hand up to the screen.
Instead of the shower, the killer used something else to wash the blood off their body. They used plastic water bottles that were inside the beach house refrigerator. We can assume they carried the bottles to the shower room before the sequence of events had happened.
Yep.
In place of showering, they washed the blood off their body with water bottles instead. However, they had no choice but to dispose of the empty bottles in the beach house's trash can.
Thanks to the rule.
Littering is against the rules, and it would have taken too much time to throw them away somewhere else. After the killer washed off the blood, they hid in a specific spot inside the closet Hyoko was in. The killer hid inside the surfboard case that they had already emptied beforehand. After some time had passed, the sleeping drug used on Hiyoko wore off, and she woke up.
She was out for a whole hour.
I can imagine how badly Hiyoko must have panicked when she came out of the closet. I mean, she made plans to see Mahiru, who lay dead right in front of her.
Probably thought she was next.
From the shock and panic of being considered a murder suspect, Hiyoko fled from the beach house. Because of that, she left footprints in the sand. Everything was a trap set by the killer to frame her. After Hiyoko left, the killer finally came out of the surfboard case.
You wanna come up here, Puff? Come up here.
And placed a gummy that they brought with them to shift our suspicion toward Hiyoko. Ironically, placing that gummy is what helped clear our suspicion toward Hiyoko. Finally, the killer began preparing to escape from the beach house.
Oh, by the way, I may be getting crested
They couldn't risk
geckos.
leaving their footprints in the sand, so they escaped the beach house using a different route.
So,
The small window in the shower room. However, that window is
I
rather
saw a
high
tiny
up and
little
can't be
crested
reached easily,
gecko
which
at
is
the
why
pet
the killer
store.
used
Oh my gosh, he was so tiny, so cute. It was like this long. It was
the bamboo sword they always carry with them.
no idea if it was a boy or girl, though.
The killer took the bamboo sword out of its bag, tied the bag to the sword's handle, and used the sword as a step stool to reach the small window, while holding the sword bag in their hand. As long as they're able to reach the window, all they had to do was pull the bag to retrieve the sword.
That's my bag, Puff.
And so the killer left the beach house and appeared before us as if nothing had happened. But their wet hair and swimsuit didn't dry right away. There also weren't any towels at the beach house. So when the killer met up with us, they said they had been swimming for a while as an excuse.
Cherokee! I'm sorry, I'm just now finally staring at her.
So how about it? This is the truth behind the incident you caused. Isn't that right, Peko Pekoyama?
Peckle, peckle. Peckle, peckle. Peckle, peckle.
I see. And what of it?
Oh, gosh.
She's like totally cool with it. I haven't done anything to be ashamed of.
Bullshit.
What are you saying? You killed Mahiru!
Wrong! I punished evil in the name of
She's
justice.
not the one that did any of the
That's
murdering.
no reason to condemn me.
Bullshit.
Whatever. Let's hurry up and vote so we can freaking kill this weird, crazy bitch.
There's
You'll say
no
bitch,
way
but you won't say fuck.
you can kill me. Justice can never be killed. You should all know that as well.
Bullshit.
What are you saying?
It's called censorship,
Protect
bitch.
what's most important to you. You must be prepared
And what is
to
actually
throw away
justice
something
may not
equally
be
important.
justice to another person.
Understand?
I don't get it. I don't get it at all.
Then I shall be direct. Justice must carry on. In order to keep justice, to keep me alive, you all must give up your lives.
Are you serious?
It's not serious. It's justice. If I fall here, who will combat the evils of this world?
Everyone else.
Now, follow your hearts of justice that reside within you all, and save my life to protect justice. Hurry
Drop
and
the
carry
act.
on justice.
Give me a break! Who's gonna die for you?
So here you go.
If we let Gecko go, we're all gonna get killed. For the sake of grand justice, a few sacrifices are unavoidable.
Take that mask off and start being serious.
Don't worry. The justice that you give your life to protect will never go to waste.
I can't stand her anymore. Let's vote already and execute her.
Here.
However, before we do that,
Monokuma, the vote! Hurry up and let us vote already!
Is that
I'm awake!
Ah,
really?
I finally woke up.
I heard your story! Well, I wasn't listening, but who cares? Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote. Who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Such heart-pounding excitement!
Alright, she's guilty. On to the execution. Right?
pardon me, can
What
we please have a little more time?
Hello, fourth wall break!
Pardon me, can we have a little bit more time? Please let us continue our discussion.
Problem with copycats of someone like Sparkling Justice, they
Continue
put
our
on
discussion?
the mask to get
But
serious.
isn't the voting over?
Yes, but I cannot help but feel strange. Something about this is definitely strange.
Be more clear!
Strange? What do you mean? There's no doubt that Peko is the killer.
You've already gotten the celebration thing,
That
saying it was right.
is true. However,
As a serial killer enthusiast, you're wondering if Petco is really Sparkling Justice, am I right?
Oh, fuck. Let us kill her already!
Hey, Miss Sonia isn't a serial killer enthusiast. She just has a little more passion about
She's
them
an
than most.
enthusiast, you idiot, because this is the only reason she
That
knows
makes her an
this much
enthusiast.
information on them.
Honestly, it felt strange to me too. I mean,
Why?
there's a distinct difference between what we know about Sparkling Justice and Petco, right?
Oh, I just realized she's got a ring on her thumb, too.
Difference?
You know, Sonia described Sparkling Justice like this.
justice complete. The center of justice that is pierced by justice. The lead star of justice that shines in the night sky.
Take a drink every time she says justice. You'll be dead
That
before
would
the
be
night's
me.
over.
Sparkling justice!
Otaku, yes, very much so. Sparkling Justice's catchphrase. A known serial killer has a catchphrase. Oh, the sore spot on my throat finally went away, and so is the swelling. Crapola, I really got sick this week. Written in their native language, so I tried translating it. Translation. What was the original language? Oh crap.
I see.
Nationality.
That's right. According to what Sonia said,
It's possible to be water poisoned. Fair enough.
The article was written in their native
Fair
language,
enough.
so I tried to translate it.
if she had to translate it, that means it wasn't written in English, right?
Bingo!
Huh? Yes, the magazine I read was written in Spanish.
Espanol!
So, Sparkling Justice's catchphrase was no doubt written in Spanish as well.
Give it to us, Pickle!
Which means the journalist and Sparkling Justice are both
Spanish.
From Spain?
Technically. Well, they could be from Spain or they could be from anywhere in Central America. Genocide Jacket, Sparkling Justice. Assume both serial killers were from the same country. Nope. Also, I'm pretty
Echo,
sure
you're
most
not
people in
Sparkling
my
Justice.
chat
There's no way that's possible.
know this. I'm pretty sure you guys know this, but for anyone who's
Or
listening on
you
YouTube or
insist that you're
BitChute,
Sparkling Justice. Can you try saying that catchphrase in Spanish?
Spanish is both the
Would
language
you be able to do that?
and what you call someone from Spain.
It appears
They're
that
not
the
that
time has
so
come for this
separate.
mask to come off.
If you're Spanish,
That's perfectly fine.
you are either from
It's no
Spain
longer necessary.
or you
And
speak Spanish.
Even if you find out now,
Fucker!
it's too late for you all to do
I have seen
anything
that
about
way
it.
too many fucking times. 1/3 of the world uses Spanish
My duty
at least a secondary
has
language.
already been finished. My duty as a tool has already been completed in full.
Uh-huh. Looks like she's back to normal?
That mask has fulfilled its purpose, just as I have.
What do you mean? Fulfilled its purpose
Hilariously
too late?
enough, the
What are
most
you getting
spoken
at?
language in the world is actually Chinese.
Now that you've already cast your votes, is what it means.
Hey, be clearer! We're asking you what your purpose was.
Be
I
a
have no
tool.
purpose. I am just a mere tool.
Tool? What do you mean?
She called herself a tool, which means someone else used her then?
That's how she sees it.
A tool cannot do anything on its own.
Which is true. For
I see.
example, a gun cannot shoot
Finally
anyone unless someone pulls the
I did have a
trigger.
sneaking suspicion all along.
Ah!
What do you mean?
I mean, besides Peko and Hiyoko, someone else was also at the beach house.
The third person.
Someone else?
There is proof that establishes that fact. Try to remember it.
The 3-person rule. Tool shit. Oh my gosh.
I see!
Are you talking about the body discovery announcement?
Brian,
Yep,
that is
that's
so
right.
off the mark.
I mean, didn't Monokuma say so earlier?
Yep, there were 3 people that discovered the body. Soda was the last, Hiyoko was the second, but who was the third? Because it can't be the killer.
That announcement is made when at least 3 people discover a body. And in this particular case, the killer, Peko, is not one of those 3.
Don't I have
If
writers
that's the
group
case,
tomorrow?
It would mean only Hiyoko and
Crap, I
Kazuichi
completely
discovered
forgot.
the body, but
I see. That leaves us one person short.
Okay, so I need to get
that
those
means
done.
there was one more person in the beach house.
How much you want to bet that was
plus,
Fuyuhiko?
the fact that Monokuma tried to hide that truth from us by being flexible with his own rules. That's such a vital clue that it could alter the outcome of the trial. Like an accomplice, for example.
No, that's not it.
Huh? Am I wrong?
Yes, from your basic way of thinking about it, you are wrong. Didn't I tell you? I'm just a tool.
Uh-huh.
That means I'm just a simple tool to be used by that person.
Let me guess. Because Fuyuhiko was defending you so
Therefore,
strongly, that person
That
is
person would have
Fuyuhiko.
the strongest motive out of anybody else here, right?
You're the only one! Is it Fuyuhiko?
I see. Now I finally see the connection. The connection between the motive and the incident.
Speaking of that word, I'm either
even if it's the
Spanish or
motive,
Portuguese,
it's just a
someplace
game,
on the
right?
Iberian
There's no
Peninsula.
reason to believe it's even true.
Portuguese,
Would you call a game like that
Hispaniola,
a strong motive?
could technically be French. Well, no. I guess the Iberian Peninsula, the French ain't on that much. What was the problem? What? Wait! Damn! Shit. I should have been paying attention! France is Iberian as well. Okay. This one? Okay. Crap, what was the question? Damn, I should have been paying attention. Definitely occurred in real life. So is it the prize?
I can prove it with
Okay, okay, woo!
I didn't think it was necessary to confirm it if it didn't have anything to do with Mahiru's murder, but... There's no doubt that game is based on actual events. That much is clear if you saw the ending prize. The photos awarded for beating the game are not actual in-game screenshots.
They're people.
They're all actual photos, with the surrounding scenery cropped out.
It is, but my ancestry
knew
didn't
all along,
live that
Fuyuhiko.
far east, according
Did
to
you?
genetic testing. So you're either a
You knew
Spaniard
whether
or
not the first
a...
victim in the game was actually
I
your
don't know
little
what the other
sister,
one is.
right?
Well, Portuguese? No, Portuguese. Yeah, we'll go Portuguese.
Because
You're a Spaniard or
whoever
you're
beat the game
Portuguese.
first will receive the ending prize.
Oh my gosh, my knees. My body temperature has been going crazy. Thank you.
It was the envelope, right? The person who received the ending prize.
At least my
It was
legs
you,
feel better.
wasn't it?
They've been sore this entire week.
If you were
Sweating
shown a
bullets.
photograph of your sister's dead body, you'd have no choice but to believe it.
Yeah.
Even so, you wanted to deny the truth. That's why you sent those photos to Mahiru to confirm it.
Hey! Why are we talking about Fuyuhiko? Who cares?
Because he's the one with the motive.
Peko is the killer, right?
Yeah.
But we already voted.
That's why I told you. You're all too late. As I said before, I exist as nothing more than a tool.
You
I
still
had no
pull the
motive for
trigger,
killing Mahiru.
so to speak.
No reason to kill. Not even the will to kill. I was simply used as a tool. As long
You
as I
had
am
the
a
will
tool,
to kill.
I cannot defy my orders.
You acted on your own for most of that.
Hey! What's going on? Can anyone give me a simpler explanation?
Fuyuhiko, what is P? What is
I'm not
Peko?
the killer. The true killer, who used me as their weapon to kill Mahiru Koizumi, was Fuyuhiko Kuzuryu.
What? What are
What
you
the
to
hell?
him?
I see. That's what you were aiming for all along.
No, I have no aim. But my young master does. My young master planned this from the start.
Young master?
You're a servant to the Yakuza?
That is the truth of this case. I'm sure you realize it by now, but it's too late. You cannot undo the vote.
That's a problem. If Peko's allegation holds up, that means our vote was incorrect.
Her allegation won't hold up
In
because
that case, the person who gets to live is...
Just... me?
That's nuts! No matter how you look at it, that's completely insane!
How would Peko be a tool in the
Peko,
first
that's
place?
an excuse.
Peko
You
is
still
a legitimate
did-
human being!
Thank you,
It's not for
Nekomaru.
you to decide. It's for Monokuma. The votes have been
I got
cast.
salt on my lips.
All we can do now is wait and see what Monokuma decides.
What the hell?
Oof. Oof. Jeez. Ow, I made a B. Ow, I only got 80 coins from that.
I'm in a bind. And what a bind it is.
Oh,
I
for
guess for
fuck's
now,
sake.
let's take a quick recess. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Chicken.
Okay, I'll wait. So sorry, I'm just hesitating.
Could have been more through in investigating, yeah. thorough.
Hey, hey!
There's no way you could have been able to tell whether or not Fuyuhiko was there.
Well,
Human, then I'm not a tool. If that's what you're saying, you're wrong. You're a human.
you just
You
don't
can
know.
clearly... Oh my gosh. You can very clearly think. Ugh.
Hey,
Do not give me that shit of, I'm just following orders. Fuck you. Grew up together, apparently you're a servant. She's your servant somehow. And abandoned by my parents, the Kuzuryu clan took me in.
I am nothing but a tool.
Gave me a reason to exist. I am to fulfill my duty as my young master's property. That's a horrible existence.
What?
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Tanaka. Means she's a hitman arranged by my clan to work directly under me.
If my young master is attacked, I must defend him as his shield. If he intends to kill, I must be his sword. That is my only reason for living. Before I am human, I am my young master's tool, first and foremost. Until this body of mine can no longer move, I shall fulfill my duty until the very end.
Yeah, she's a vassal, but that doesn't change the fact that she's human.
That is...
And the excuse of just following orders is not a valid excuse. You know who is also just following orders? Everyone at Auschwitz.
Nothing.
Huh?
Master to behave just as I was ordered to interact with you all. Also, hey, Yakane, keep us all. Professional relationship doesn't exist on this island. We're just fellow high school students now. Fucking hell.
You fiend.
No.
Not as if that started the moment we arrived on the island. To hide our relationship. Relying on his household's power. Which includes you. I can tell Babyface doesn't like this because of his verbiage.
I am nothing but a tool.
Bull. You're human. I'm okay, just recovering from this week. Best for Yuhiko. If you actually follow that logic, Auschwitz records show some guards who were executed for raping the people waiting to be terminated. What?
Damn it!
Wow. So I have actually made a faction in my novels that is worse than the Nazis. That's almost impressive. Damn! How come I don't even know if my sister is dead? Because your school memories were taken. That's why you wanted to talk to her.
So...
Never replied back to me, not only that, she started avoiding me. Understandably so.
But...
Confused too, I mean, we all were. Yeah? Wonder why. Didn't even know this incident had happened. It's because your school memories were taken. Connected to it, there's no way we could accept it. Yep. She mentioned something about this. Actually, I have plans to go to the beach house with everyone.
Oh my!
You're not gonna go, Mahiru? I'll talk about it there, it'd be totally fine. troubling to invite the others, or to involve the others.
Huh?
Can't really do anything about it on my own, so I wanted someone to think about it with me.
But...
If I needed to make amends, I would, but I don't even know how.
Are you serious?
Sounds serious. I can cancel my beach plans for you. It's important that everyone gets along anyway. Jeez. Tell them I'm not feeling well. Doesn't have to be today. There's always tomorrow. But there wasn't. But Hiyoko was the only one who accepted her invitation. Yep. Regrets. Wasn't it, Fuyuhiko? If you could make use of their plan to meet each other alone, you could easily lure Mahiru into a trap.
Hey.
Calling both of them to the beach, you were able to pin the blame on Hiyoko.
What the?
Eye for an eye, that's the world I live in. An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, leaves everyone blind with nothing to chew. I can't believe I finally got to use that saying! Woohoo! I don't even know if the entirety of that last bit is actually accurate, but that's the saying I've used for a long time. To use a bat as the murder weapon because in the game that's what was used to kill Girl E. For revenge, clubbing the person to death the same way my sister was killed just seemed to make sense. House to myself for the weekend, parents went out of town. Cool! Even if it ruined my disguise, it was the only thing I could do to avenge my sister.
That is...
This is why you killed Mahiru with the bat? No. Peko killed her up till the very last minute that the game was just a work of fiction. The land of the blind, the one-eyed man will be king. They've gone, but I work all weekend. Fair enough. If that game is actually real, are you the one who killed Girl E? At least cutting off the thieving hand is punishing the most direct offender. True.
But...
It's unfortunate, but...
Why?
Shouldn't have killed that girl.
Shut the hell up!
What do you know about that game?
What are you saying?
That's why we have judges. Legally, yes. But again, an eye for an eye. The whole time I was acting like a coward. After I called over, Mahiru was still trying to find an excuse to not go through with the plan. You didn't want her dead. That all went out the window. And grabbed the middle. You didn't hit her.
Huh?
That's not what happened. She grabbed the bat.
Young master, I am finished.
What?
No, that's not what happened. But by his actions. When not talking about a person, that line is actually true. Of course you don't understand, humans are completely... Everyone's birthplace and upbringing is different. It's obviously impossible for them to understand each other. Bullshit, we can understand one another. So everyone just pretends to understand and pretends to be understood. Again, I call bullshit.
Be quiet.
Take it, Chiaki.
Yes, indeed.
Okie dokie, I'll be quiet.
I proceeded to tamper with the scene of the crime. I bet you that's not what happened, considering how Fuyuhiko said, huh? So in order to get you guys to make the wrong choice, I decided to make use of the serial killer sword. Okay, I called that. That was a misdirect.
It cannot be.
In order to make us hasten our votes. Yep, because everyone will get annoyed and pissed off and get tired of your shit. No, they didn't. You're dead. Mere Tool is the killer, unaware that my young master is the true killer.
That's obviously wrong.
Soda's right,
No.
it's wrong. Isn't that right?
This is troubling.
I'll admit, all this talk about Peko being a tool sounds pretty persuasive. When you approach it from various angles, it makes sense that Fuyuhiko's actually the true... No, it doesn't!
The one who pulls the trigger is the one responsible.
I see.
The one directly responsible for the death is the one that's in trouble. Which reminds me of that case that happened recently in Alabama. Two women got into a fight. One of them was pregnant. The non-pregnant woman pulled a gun and shot the woman in the stomach, killing the baby. The woman who shot and killed the baby got off scot-free, which is stupid. That should have been manslaughter and attempted manslaughter, because that could have killed the pregnant woman. But for some stupid reason, the pregnant woman is getting charged with murder. Because she started the fight that resulted in her baby's death. That is stupid.
What?
The woman who got off scot-free should be the one that should be going to jail, not the woman who lost her child. And attempted murder. Have you heard of the case, Spock? I'm surprised they didn't just call it a surprise abortion. God, it pissed me off so much. And the reason, I have a feeling the reason I didn't hear about it sooner is because it was black on black crime.
Yeah.
I know you hate our guts, but if you listen to Peko, we're all gonna die.
Yeah.
You see Peko as a person. Only following your orders, you just have to tell them that. You mentioned this before, but... This kind of situation, interacting with others will just shorten your lifespan. Those idiots, Byakuya and Teru are proof of that. It'd be frustrating to be held back by affection when it's my time to kill. I'll sacrifice the lives of everyone here if it guarantees my survival. No matter how loyal, the final choice is the killer's. Yep. You wouldn't be hesitating like you are now, right? Yep. Hajime called him.
Young Master!
No need to hesitate, young master. Please tell them the truth. I hate Nagito. I want to punch him in his face. So badly. You'll still lose Peko. We insist you're the killer, just as she said, you can sacrifice us and survive alone. Would you rather reject Peko and fight alongside us against despair? Nagito, shut the hell up! But he did make them both unnerved enough, yeah.
Young Master, I am finished.
You? What the hell did you do? You already know, right? What's going to happen after you kill someone?
I did it because I know. There is no way I can let that happen to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, either way, Pecco's gone.
Hey, Pecco. Do you remember what I told you when we first arrived on this island?
So the first person to see the body was
Our
Fuyuhiko.
professional relationship doesn't exist on this island. We're just fellow high school students now. You need to run. Got it? Just let me take the fall so you can get away.
Young master, that is impossible.
Shut up!
Oh yeah, seeing the promise
ordering
reminds
you
me, I've
not
got
to
a bunch
worry
of
about
items
me.
for
There
giveaways
is no
once I
way
hit 10
cannot
subscribers.
worry about you. I am my young master's
I'll probably do like
tool.
giveaways once a month.
A tool to protect my young master. Without an owner, the tool serves no purpose.
God damn it, we are done with that crap! Why won't you listen to what I'm saying?
Damn.
Regardless, I will not flee. Besides, I'm fairly certain they'll discover the truth soon enough.
Then why did you...
I have a plan.
Huh? A plan?
Please do not worry. I promise I will keep my young master alive and return him safely home.
You idiot. What do you intend to do?
I intend to fulfill my duty as your tool. Now please, go! Hiyoko will be waking up soon. After you leave, I must block the door to the road with Mahiru's body.
A
Hurry!
tool couldn't come up with a plan, Pecco.
Damn it. You better run
Yep.
away. Got it? Just forget about me. Forget about the Kuzuryu clan. You better escape.
But anyway, the Alabama case makes me furious.
Young master!
I'm fully aware that the
disgrace.
pregnant woman is the one that started the fight, but there was no reason for it to escalate that far. The woman who used the gun is the guilty one. I don't know why she got away. Want a tool given to me by the Kuzuryu clan.
Young master!
Uh-oh.
So this is how it turned out.
Too bad.
And here I thought I'd be more brutal and heartless. How disappointing. Which means everything happened...
Ooh, excuse me.
thanks to her meddlesome actions.
You?
There's no way a human that meddlesome could ever be considered a tool.
Yeah, tell me about
Hey,
it. Yeah, of course he knew.
jeez.
That's why you've surveillance cameras. You're just having fun now.
Man, even if I was an act of desperation, Pecco's claim was surprisingly interesting. You're actually the first to try to influence the outcome of a trial like that.
How the fight started, self-defense, even with a gun, still matters. That's true. For the new law, she's at fault for getting the baby killed. Fair enough. But still, the other woman shouldn't have gone scot-free.
Sorry.
I had a feeling it would turn out like this.
Huh?
Young master!
You have a kind heart despite being a Yakuza. The irony. That's why you question your position and constantly worry about it. For you to sacrifice someone else just to escape by yourself. I believe you wouldn't accept that so easily. That's a gentle smile.
What?
Even so,
Okay.
I wanted you to escape.
She has the guilt she killed an innocent trying to save herself.
Pecco.
I am terribly sorry.
Okay. I know, I gotta let this play out. Yeah, that's... fair enough. Both women are at fault, if that is the case.
And please do not cause a senseless killing such as this ever again.
It's a case of human stupidity. I still support the new law because guess what? For those people who keep saying the law is made by men, no.
Never feel
The
despair.
new Alabama anti-abortion law, as it's been called, or the ban abortion law, as it's been called.
So cool!
It was created by a woman, and it was signed into law by a woman. And guess what? Since women are the ones getting pregnant, you know, genetic females, since we're the ones getting pregnant,
Young Master Fuyuhiko.
we're the ones that have a say. Therefore, you can't use that excuse anymore. And I think that's why. The Heartbeat Law. Thank you.
I want you to remember.
I know it's been called the abortion ban law by a bunch of leftist nut jobs. If you remembered that. I don't need any tools.
Then let's begin the punishment time, brimming with despair.
Okay, then move forward like an arrow of light piercing through the darkness.
Damn it!
Okay. Ain't around. Jeez. Wishing for that too. From the bottom of my heart, I really wanted it in return. Want anyone else to be a sacrifice. Alright! And with that, we've reached the end of another chapter. Can't see the real ending that we really want yet. Finally, what will have happened to us by then? No matter what possibilities to look for, can't see our future, not even a speck, as if we were in a boat, floating unreliably in a vast oxy. We were just left there alone. It is expected they wise up or seppuku before they lose the ability to use the Tonto. Wow. $10. With 15 days left. Monami.
You guys can see it, right? You can see this countdown too?
Are we breaking the fourth wall again?
4 people are already gone. We took our time preparing the hope fragments, but now we're no longer able to gather them.
I disagree with that.
Honestly, I'm not so sure anymore.
What?
Whether it's better if we let them leave this island, or if we shouldn't let them escape.
Jeez.
For those kids, which option is hope and which is despair? But
escape
I
is
guess
hope.
There's no time to hesitate. If this countdown reaches 0, that guy will probably take over our plan's final stage as well.
Probably.
What lies beyond that is the foul resurrection of the ultimate despair.
Junjo Enoshima!
And the continuation of the biggest,
Junko.
most awful,
Not
most
Junjo Ito.
tragic event in human history.
Yeah.
That cannot be allowed. We must prevent that by any means necessary. Even if we have to pay the ultimate price.
Well, we're about to end, so that's good.
Any means.
Let me go look up someone to raid.
It's for the sake of a future filled with hope.
I think there's... Okay, Brosephosaurus should still be on. Alright, be safe, be careful, Akane. Alright, sea and punishment, sin and coconuts? Jeez. Yeah. Alright, so with that said... Already watching Broseph. Death lies in video games. Alright, so let's go ahead. Fade on over. Yes, save my progress. And so we've saved, return to main menu. Yes.
Danganronpa.
Alrighty, let's go raid Corrosive. Alright. Boop. Hopefully it'll be automatic. Unfortunately, I can't hold this much longer.